Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? Welcome back to another T2 video. In today's video, we're gonna be going over I'm playing with the best build I could put together for the Hammerhead. Why? Because I got this role right here. So I wanted to take it into the Onslaught, make it into a build where we abuse the Hammerhead as much as we can. So you want to build to use your shiny Hammerhead, then this is gonna be it right here. As soon as I saw that they keeping the Hammerhead as a void weapon, I immediately knew I had to try with this. The main point of this video is to make the Hammerhead our primary weapon and also just make it deadlier than it already is. So that's all that we're going for. Everything is just to kind of make the Hammerhead just a little better. So first of all, this is the Hammerhead right here that I'm going to be using. It's the classic Rampage Kill and Tally roll. I finally got it. If you don't have this roll, don't worry. It's not like specifically required for the build. It can work with any roll, but I definitely recommend that you have one with a list of damage perk, with a skill and tally, rampage, desperate measures. Just make sure that you have a damage increasing perk. It'll make the weapon feel better, and it also keeps it relevant, especially when we get up in like the wave 40s of like Legend Onslaught. You still want to be able to use mode through everything, and the extra damage perks just pretty much make that possible. For our subclass, we are on the Night Stalker because it's just like the perfect subclass for Onslaught. The tether does so much, we have to be on the Night Stalker. For our dodge, we have the Marksman dodge, just so we can reload our weapons faster. And for our grenade, we have the Vortex grenade. I just really like it in PvE. I think it's probably like the best grenade. For our aspects, we have Stylish Executioner and Vanishing Step. Vanishing Step gives us an easy way to go invisible whenever we want, just by hitting our dodge. And Stylish Executioner, whenever we defeat anything with volatile rounds, we'll go invisible as well. So it's just two ways to just constantly have invisibility. These two aspects are gonna work amazing with what we're doing today. Now for the fragments, we have Persistence, Undermining, Starvation, and Obscurity. Obscurity is gonna give us some invisibility whenever we do our finisher. Starvation is gonna give us Devour, and that's like the main thing we're gonna use to keep ourselves alive in the Onslaught. Devour is fantastic, and since there's a bunch of oversoul power, we're gonna be able to proc this pretty easily. We also have Undermining for our void grenades to weaken targets. Having a nice weaken will be good whenever we're going against big enemies, a group of enemies. Just having a weaken that you can throw at anything with your grenade is pretty nice in Onslaught. And lastly, we have Persistence. Void buffs applied to you have an increased duration. It's really good, just having those couple extra seconds with invisibility can save you, and you can stack up Devour to 15 seconds with this and pretty much not run out of it like at any point halfway through the wave. Once you proc Devour in the wave, you're not gonna lose it till the wave is over. It's pretty amazing. For our exotic piece today, we're running the GYRFALCON'S. It's just gonna be amazing with the Hammerhead. It gives us volatile rounds while coming out of invincibility. And with the fragments that we have on and our aspects, we pretty much have volatile rounds the whole time. It's gonna add even more ad clear and just more damage to your Hammerhead. It's gonna be amazing with the GYRFALCON'S. We're also gonna be pairing up the Hammerhead with another void weapon, so both our weapons are gonna be able to take advantage of our exotic. And that's pretty much what we're going for. For our weapons, the first one is the Hammerhead. This is going to be our main weapon. We're going to try to use pretty much main the Hammerhead as much as we can. Pretty much anything that you run into, you're going to shoot them with the Hammerhead. But for those times when the Hammerhead runs out of ammo, which is kind of rare, considering the amount of ammo you can find in Onslaught, we have the Graviton Lance. And I decided to go with the Graviton Lance, not only because it's another amazing ad clearing weapon, and also it's void, so, you know, pairs up well with the GYRFALCON'S. And lastly, it's an exotic primary, meaning that you do more damage to red bars. And also, since we have heavy ammo scavenger, it increases the chances that we get some heavy ammo to drop. And that's a big deal since we're trying to main the Hammerhead, so we're gonna need as much heavy as we can get. So if we run through all our Hammerhead ammo, we switched over to our Graviton Lance, and hopefully, since it's a primary exotic, we'll get some heavy ammo drops to actually drop. You can also go with Collective Obligation. That's also a weapon that I played with a little bit and did pretty well, but I think that the Graviton Lance just has a bit more ad clear than the Collective. The collective is definitely very fun though, with the boy leech perk. And lastly, I would actually recommend a mountaintop or just something that does a lot of burst damage for your kinetic weapon. The mountaintop with recombination is perfect because we're going to be getting a lot of kills with our machine gun. Meanwhile, we're going to be stacking up recombination super fast. So whenever we run into a champion or use the beefy yellow bar, we're going to be able to switch the mountaintop and just recombination it. This one actually has overflow, so I was actually able to fire the recombination shot and then use the regular shot afterwards for some just insane damage. Okay, so now let's move on to the mods that we're running on this build. For the helmet, we have Radiant Light, which is going to give your allies armor charge whenever you pop your super. We're in the tether, so we're going to be popping our super a lot, so this is kind of useful. We also have Heavy Ammo Finder, just so we can get some increased heavy drops. And lastly, Harmonic Siphon, so both our Graviton and our Hammerhead can make some orbs whenever we get multiple kills with our void weapons. For our gauntlets, we have Firepower. Whenever we get a kill with our grenade, we're gonna make some orbs of power. We have Bowstring Detonation. Whenever we do damage with our grenade, we get some class ability energy. And lastly, we have Harmonic Loader, so we can reload both our Hammerhead and our Graviton just a little faster. For our chest piece, we have reserves for our machine gun and 2 arc resistances. You just kind of match them to whatever the threat is that week, or whatever you're like running into a lot. For our boots, we have Absolution, Orbs of Restoration, and Void Scavenger. Void Scavenger is just so we can get some more ammo from those heavy drops, and then Restoration and Absolution, these are used to kind of get back abilities by picking up orbs. We're going to be making tons of orbs, so might as well use some of those orbs to get our abilities back. And lastly, for our class item, we have Reaper, which is going to make another orb of power after we use our class ability and we get a weapon kill. Distribution, which is going to reduce all our ability cooldowns whenever we use our class ability next to some enemies. And lastly, Powerful Attraction. Whenever we use our class ability, we just kind of collect all the orbs of light in the area. I specifically like Powerful Attraction for proccing the Devour at like the beginning of the wave. You get a couple kills, hit your dodge, get your volatile rounds, get your Devour, and then you can just tear through the enemies for the rest of the wave. Playing with the build is pretty simple. To kickstart it, you just kind of have to go invisible. So go invisible at the beginning of the wave, get those volatile rounds, and that kind of gets all the process rolling. Once you get your damage perks going on the Hammerhead, you do some ridiculous amount of damage. You pretty much just one-shot any of the ads. Especially if you have the Rampage Killing Tally roll. You have to like pace yourself with your machine gun, because most of the rounds that you shoot are just gonna be wasted. Especially if you're going against like smaller ads, since you just like one-shot them. And if they blow up with the volatile rounds, sometimes they really damage things around them. So just don't hold down the trigger on the smaller ads. On the bigger ads though, definitely hold it down, because they'll take a little bit more to actually kill. I really like this build. It's very fun and effective. And the best thing about it is that the Hammerhead is like front and center. And it's just a really fun weapon to shoot the Hammerhead, man. I've been having a lot of fun farming for the Hammerhead with the Hammerhead. And I think I finally got the roll that I'm happy with. Would I want it to be shiny? Yeah, but the chances of me getting the shiny roll with this roll, I feel are pretty small. So I don't know if I'm gonna go for it, at least right now. Because there's still a couple of other rolls that I'm just missing that I kind of want. Like the mountaintop. But before I continue rambling, that is the Hammerhead build. It is really fun, it is very effective, and it can definitely put in the work even in Legend Onslaught. So if you guys have gotten a good Hammerhead, definitely give this build a try. And come back here and tell me what you guys think about it. But with that, we're going to end today's video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for stopping by. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.